Where's your little card? We must be over this way.
This is Cape Coral Talk Radio. And now, broadcasting live from Hooked Island Grill in the heart of downtown Cape Coral, here are the hosts of Cape Coral Talk Radio, Kim and Ed Ryan.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you all. Did I hear boos out there? Were people booing? Who did that? That's all right. Welcome to Hooked Island Grill, everybody. Our Friday, it was the mayor. The mayor was booing us. Friday night show here at 5 o'clock every Friday, except for next Friday, we'll be at the Cape Coral Animal Shelter. They do, is it too loud? Is it, Don, are you okay? Is it too loud? All right. It says it's okay. We'll be at the Cape Coral Animal Shelter for PJs and Paws. They do an overnight stay at the animal shelter to help with adoption. So we're going to be doing our show there from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock, except for you won't be there. You will be on your way to Orlando for your dad's 80th birthday party.
Yep.
So
Big 8-0, yes.
There's a ton of stuff going on here in Cape Coral this weekend. The big car show is tomorrow from, I think it's 9, I told you,
9 to 3.
9 to 3 at Mariner High School, and that's a fundraiser. And then the chili cook-off, which I think is right in the backyard here. So lots of activities, always lots of activities. The weather is great until Tuesday, I guess, when it gets chilly again. So we have a very action-packed show for you guys today. Our first,
Are you going to be able to sit the whole time?
I know I don't want to be a whiner, but gosh, my back is just, it's been too long. And we got one of those conversion tables, thanks to Bill Stanky's recommendation that we'll be putting together later on. Well, you'll be putting it together.
Yeah, when he says we, he means me, yes.
I've never laid around on the couch so much, and been so lazy, but tried everything. The aspirin, the ice, the heat.
You know what we
stretching.
haven't tried? Is a medical doctor.
Yes.
That is what we haven't tried yet.
Well, my audience diagnosed it that it was sciatica, so I don't think I need to go to the doctor. If you go to the doctor enough times, they'll kill you. So just figure the last resort will be going to the doctor. But we're going to try the inversion table later on this weekend. But
that just has disaster written all over it.
Everybody says,
I really hope I get it together correctly.
Sure you do.
Your back could be the least of your concerns.
Everybody is saying, make sure there's somebody else in the house. I could just see that. Nobody else at the house except for the dogs.
You know what it would
be? Me screaming for help.
It would be like back in the WWE days. It would be like you get a pile driver right down.
Has anybody in the audience used one of those tables before, like to fix their back? Oh, nobody's here to give me any experience with that. So, all right. Well, what we like to do also, in addition to talk about politics, is to highlight businesses here in Cape Coral and talk about charitable organizations. But A brand new business that opened not too long ago was called Tiki Tales Dog Resort. And we have the owners here from the business.
Oh, wow.
Come on down, Brandan. And we're going to let you guys tell us about your awesome business
Just
and
be
how people
careful,
can
bring
find
that
it.
chair in a little bit
Yeah,
more.
just don't move the chairs out of the picture.
No, I'm
There we
moving
go.
them in. I'm moving them in.
Grab your
Moving them.
microphones and just keep the mics nice and close. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Do we know who that is? Who is that?
Remind.
Nice and close with the mics, and introduce yourselves to everybody.
So I'm Brandan.
And I'm Kaylee.
All right. And tell us about your business.
Well, we actually opened about 7 years ago.
Okay.
So we're
So,
not-
well, that's pretty recent.
So to get more to specifics, we are not brand new.
You got to keep it.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
But we've been open about 7 years. What has actually just recently happened is we expanded into a brand new facility. So it is twice the size as our old one, now allowing us to open additional services that we couldn't offer before. And
There you go.
we now offer private boarding, which is something we didn't used to offer.
Mhm.
And then we also, our boarding automatically comes with playtime out in the daycare group. So therefore, it really appeals to people that want their dog to have a lot of interaction when they're away and not just kind of cooped up. But we also, with our private boarding setting, we now offer where they can still get individual playtime with staff members and kind of play ball, things like that. So they're all still getting the interaction without losing anything of like being cooped up or anything.
Right.
So
So what do you have for them to do? Like, do you have a play area for them to run on? Do you have like what stuff do they do, or do they just interact with each other?
no, we have playground equipment that they get to play on. We also have, I'll let him get on the details of the building itself as far as square footage, but we have lots of outdoor space and lots of indoor space. So these dogs can run for
So,
sure.
We already have a question from our live studio audience.
Oh, okay.
Annette wants to know about the powder that makes your dog younger.
Oh, our K10.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a supplement that is actually made here locally, and it's actually an employee of ours that used to work for us. His family already did it with horses, and now they're entering the canine market. And yeah, no, I mean, I use it for my dog. It's wonderful. Both of our dogs. I do it preventatively for my young one, but my older one has arthritis and some spinal issues, and it really helps them get around very well.
So it helps with
Wow.
spinal issues.
Yeah.
Hey, does it work? Yeah.
Is it only for?
Actually, it's not marketed for that, but they have told me humans can take it safely.
I have taken it
He
before.
has
You have?
taken it.
And
yeah.
you survived.
Is
Yes.
it something you rub on, or is it something you drink?
It's a powder. You drink it.
Okay. Interesting.
Wow, we should get that. We have a
I'll
really
try
old,
anything right now.
old bulldog, and obviously,
Yeah.
you know, she's got some challenges. So,
But it's not even just for arthritis. It also does like skin issues.
Oh, brother.
And I know having a bulldog, I have medical background in my history.
yes,
And that
skin
is a challenge.
issues, yeah, fatty
What-
tumors.
What made you guys decide you wanted to get into the dog business?
Well, he always had a family business actually in the entertainment field. His family used to own an amusement park in upstate New York.
Where?
Little city called Fulton.
Yes, I'm from Oneonta.
Oh, gee.
Yeah. Wow. Another New Yorker. Here we go. Well, there's, some.
And then I was a technician for 10 years in the veterinary field. So
Uh-huh.
my goal and dream was to always kind of switch over to the fun side of working with dogs
Mhm.
versus just always doing the medical and sad side of some of the situations you would be in the medical field. But
So the dogs, it's just dogs.
just dogs.
Okay. So dogs can come there for the day, or they can, or you can board.
Both. So
Yeah.
we have daycare services. So if you work a lot, or even if you just want to like go to the beach or take the boat out for the day, all those kinds of situations appeal to people for our services. So they can drop off for 1 hour or the whole time we're open.
Now, how do you approach it when a new dog comes in? If, because like our dogs they got some weird personalities. Is it best to get a hold of you and be like, let me give this a try, see how they do? Or,
I'll let this guy do some talking.
Yeah,
He
no
does know
kidding.
how our business runs, so he can let him answer that.
Yeah. So first thing is they're gonna submit all their vet records, create an account on our portal,
okay.
and from there we'll make sure they have everything. If they do, we'll schedule the evaluation. And that's what it is. It's meant for them to come in. We bring the dog outside by themselves to sniff around, typically go to the bathroom because they arrive at a new place.
Right.
And one by one, we'll let out a dog and see how they interact. So if you're good with the first dog, we'll let the second dog out. And we continue that until the entire group is let out with them, monitor them for the first 2 hours. And then if everything is good, we allow them to stay for the day if they want. No charge. We do that. It's a free service in this since we opened this building. And then they're able to come back, and we kind of just keep tabs on them every time they come to daycare, make sure they're continuing to be good.
So somebody could come. Sorry, I know, I'm interested. Somebody could come for the day. They could come every day for a week. Yeah, everything. Okay, that's great.
Yeah, we have different like packages for daycare where you can buy it in bulk, and then the days don't expire. They just sit on your account. So that's really appealing to people that are only here seasonally too. So therefore, they don't lose their days, even if they buy them and they leave the next week to go back up north for snow or whatever they go up there for. I don't know.
We didn't even mention where the location is. Where is the location?
Yeah, so we're what is that? 16th place, right behind what do we got? Urban Buzz, Domino's, yeah, that right behind Del Prado there.
Okay, and the hours, so people know. Is there somebody there all the time, or
Nope, not all the time.
Okay.
So what do we got? We have Monday through Friday to the public, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay.
Saturdays 8 to 5, and then Sunday is 8 to noon.
Oh.
And then obviously we have our times that the staff is there, but we're just not open to the public.
How many? What's your maximum capacity there for dogs?
So the most we had between our two facilities, because they're right next to each other, was 85 dogs
Wow.
a night.
That's a lot of
A lot of
cleaning
staff
up.
members.
Yeah, it's a lot of
staff
cleaning
members.
up.
And is this your family here that you brought, or? Yeah, very
part
nice.
of them. Yeah, that's my
All of 'em.
family and some friends of ours. Yeah,
Are you from New York too, or no?
yeah, we're both from upstate New York.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So
Are you from
yes,
Fulton too?
they're
I
all
am.
from
We
New
went
York.
to high
We went to
school
high school
together.
together.
Wow, look at
my
that.
Gosh, that's
Now,
so
what
sweet.
is the worst behaving breed of dog that you've ever had come to your
Well,
location?
that's not fair. There's no breeds.
Well, I
There's
mean,
just bad parents.
personalities.
yeah. When there's got to be at least one breed where you see them coming through the parking lot and you're thinking, oh, this is going to be a challenge. No?
Have you had any Shar-Peis? Because I know they can be a little.
Yeah, we've had a couple.
Yeah?
I mean, they're not as. I really think it depends on like the type of breed that this atmosphere is good for them.
Mhm.
Because some dogs that are really mellow won't love this atmosphere because it's play and it's running and it's activity.
We have a dog for you. Do you have like an agility course?
No, but we definitely have all the equipment that they can like climb up on, jump off of, things
We
of
need
that.
to drop Petey off one time.
Your
Yeah.
bulldog?
No.
Oh, I was gonna
No,
say he's gonna
no.
sleep all day. I promise.
No, we're a little dog heavy right now, but we got a puppy last year, and he is a lunatic.
One of the mistakes I made was I got
Yes.
involved with GoFar, which is an organization that takes care of dogs in Fort Myers. And we did one of those things where you bring the dog.
an adoption thing.
An adoption thing, and I came home with one, and so I'm never doing another adoption thing on this
No.
show.
We had
I mean, there's
3
you
dogs.
you know, and what they do at these things, which they should not be allowed to do, is they allow you to hold the dogs and walk around with the dogs, and then all of a sudden you own a new dog, and now we have 3.
Well, you could come work for us, and then you can hold a dog, but it's already belongs to somebody,
Yes.
so you're not
Right.
going to go home with it.
What is?
Right.
You guys want to give out what some of the costs are for boarding at your location? Like, is it all different, or is it per hour or per day?
Yeah, so I mean, daycare has its different rates. $19 for a half day, $28 for a full day. We do 5-day packages, which the days don't expire for $130. So you guys are able to bring your dog 5 times whenever you want. Some people will leave for the summertime. Days will remain on the account. Then we have a monthly unlimited package. I believe that's $430. It's
Yeah.
$430. So for 30 days after purchasing it, you guys can bring your dogs every day that we're open. There's no limit to that. You can bring them half days, full days, drop them off for an hour if you want. And then our boarding prices are based on kennel size. So one of the things we were able to do in this new facility with all the extra space we have is provide different options for boarding. So we have our standard size kennels, which are a 4x6. We have a larger kennel that's more for multiple large dogs, which is a 6x6. And then we put in what we call our cabana retreats. They're a 6 foot by 8 foot kennel. They have a camera access to them. So the owners, while their dogs are sleeping, can access the camera to go on and see them at night. If their dog's in daycare during the day, we have cameras throughout the facility, both in the indoor and outdoor play areas that the owners can log onto their portal, watch their dogs play all day. So
you said cabanas. You have people serving them umbrella drinks and stuff. I mean, are they on their own lounge chair?
I mean, borderline. I mean, they definitely hand feed them if they need to be hand fed. They get all of that. So
interesting.
We've got bungalows, surfside suites, and our cabana retreats.
Do you need things like to help keep the kennels clean? Because I know that's some of the things like with the volunteer organizations. They're always going through towels and things like that. Or are you guys solid with all? I mean.
Yeah, we provide the beds, the bowls, the blankets to our customers just because it's less they have to pack, but also less we have to keep track of. Because if somebody brings something and we have to wash it and then we don't remember who it went to. So we provide all of that. Actually, our cabana retreats have what we call our orthopedic bedding because they're actually legitimate mattresses. So they actually get, so we do provide all of that for them.
And what was the next question I was going to ask?
I know you kept interrupting.
Well, what is your favorite breed of dog? How many dogs do you guys have?
Another unfair question.
Oh, I mean, you have to have your own dogs, right? I mean, don't you?
Mine is, my own dog is an Irish Wolfhound mix, and I am very partial to him.
Okay.
I love him, but it's the Irish Wolfhound side of him.
So he was also a foster fail.
Oh.
So she fostered him for about 2 months and then,
Not even 2 days.
Yeah.
And that weekend was supposed to be his adoption day. And I'm like, where's the papers? I'll sign.
Do you bring the dog to the kennel when you're working too? Or
yeah, he's older and he's the one with the spinal problems and arthritis. And then our other younger one we love her, but she's our crazy one for sure. And she's a Velcro dog. So unfortunately for me, when she's at work, she just hops all the fences and doors to get to me.
Right.
So I can't even
What kind of
contain my
dog
own
is that?
dog. She's a German Shepherd mix. So that will tell you anything.
That's a big dog to have as Velcro.
She's got to work for me all day. Doesn't matter what. So
it's amazing how many different locations have dogs up for adoption. Like people, I mean, it's just crazy how people don't take care of their dogs or keep their dogs. And it's just, it's unbelievable how many dogs are out there that are up for adoption in different places that do that. So
that's the first thing I tell people when they're interested in getting another dog is I'm instantly like, go to the, we network a lot with Cape Coral Animal Shelter ourselves. So that's always my big push, but any kind of Gulf Coast Humane Society, anywhere like that, Lee County Domestic Animal Services, especially.
Are there even, I guess there are still pet stores.
Can you guys not hear?
I turned it up.
Okay.
Yeah, please, if you want a dog, check out the shelters.
Yeah, don't go to a pet store.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, too, a lot of people don't know.
Do you have
this.
a question?
Oh.
Yes, we do offer grooming as well. Grooming is a big part of the business.
A lot of people don't realize we do that because we're so flashy with the building with all the daycare and boarding, but we do grooming, so it can be your one-stop shop for sure.
Yeah, that's great.
So how can people find you? You're on social media. To give out all the information about how people can contact you.
He loves putting us all over social media.
It's the way to go these days.
I'm very big with social media. I think that's just the best.
Do you do videos with the dogs and all that too?
Yep. Yeah. No, it's I would say Facebook, Instagram. We try to be an open book. So I mean, Facebook, Instagram, our website has all of our information. You should not have to contact us to ask a question. I mean, we try to be, like I said, an open book on there.
All right. And so how do people reach out to you? Phone number, just follow you on all the social media?
Yep.
All right.
And
phone number, email.
The best way to reach us is honestly on our website. We have actually on there a contact form that goes directly to our reception desk. They're really good at, responding. And then we'll send you the next steps depending on what type of service you're looking for. But calling, of course, too. But I mean, phones, as you know.
Give out the website.
Yeah.
What's that?
Give out the website.
It's tikitailsdogresort.com.
Sweet. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming. Good luck. Congratulations on your brand new 7-year-old business. And we appreciate you coming out. Big hand for the owners of Tiki Tails Dog Resort. Is Janet here?
Thank you.
All right. Our next guest. Oh, there's Janet. Janet is here from Cape Coral Friends of the Wildlife. And Janet is going to tell us about the Burrowing Owl Festival, which is coming up next weekend. Janet, how are you?
Hello, great.
Good to see
Nice
you.
to see everybody here.
Love
Nice to see you
the
again.
shirt.
Yeah, you can't miss it. It's very pink.
I love it.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to be selling those shirts at
Yeah.
the festival?
Oh, absolutely. So every year at the Burrowing Owl Festival, we have a t-shirt designed specifically for the festival, and it always features the winner of last year's photo contest. So this one is by Conrad Polokin. He won our photo contest last year.
Oh, I love Conrad
And-
Polokin.
Yes.
He's wonderful.
So is that just people that go out and just like amateurs that take pictures?
Yes.
And-
So we have an
okay.
amateur photo contest. So it's supposed to be a burrowing owls in Cape Coral.
Nice. And tell us a little bit about the Cape Coral Friends of Wildlife.
Yeah.
Right. So we're an all-volunteer organization. We've been in business for, I think, 24 years. We're really dedicated to preserving the wildlife in Cape Coral and wildlife habitat.
So
Not just the owls or just the owls.
Absolutely. No. So it started out really focusing on the owls, but gopher tortoises are also an a threatened species. So we focus on them. Butterflies. We have a butterfly house at Rotary Park.
Oh, nice.
We have a purple
saw that.
martin colony in Serenia Vista.
what do you think of coyotes?
So they're wildlife, right?
Yeah.
And they're part of the environment.
Ecosystem.
Yeah.
They're part of the ecosystem. So we can live together. We can coexist. as
But
long
the
as we-
coyotes and the turtles are having a rough time living together in Sanibel. Have you seen all that? They're considering taking out the coyotes because they're eating the turtle eggs. Did you know that? What would you do in that case if you had to choose?
Between I don't know.
No, you trap them and release them.
But
somewhere
I
else.
have read that in cities where they try to remove coyotes, the populations bounce back.
Yeah.
So I think it's really about coexisting. And by the way, the Burrowing Owl Festival, February 28th, we're going to have a speaker from FWC talking about the coyotes.
Really?
So you can come and ask him that
Wow.
question. Yeah.
Okay. So the how many owls roughly are in Cape Coral? How many burrowing owls? Do you have a population count roughly?
Yes, we count how many owls every year. So
Really?
last year we counted
They do that
about
with the
7,000.
turtle eggs, too.
7,000.
Yes.
Now, for people like my wife that don't know, what is a burrowing owl?
So it is an owl that burrows in the ground. It's
Yeah.
the only species of owls that builds its nest in the ground.
And how do you know where to look for them and how to find them?
You look for them in the ground, dear.
Okay, I didn't know you were on the board of the Cape Coral Friends of the
I think
Wildlife.
that's an easy one.
I think these are fair questions to
Yeah,
ask. I'm
okay.
not an owl person, so what was the
Yeah,
question?
You asked, how do you find an
Yeah,
owl?
I mean, how you just start looking around in the ground, or are they in a certain location?
So they're in the neighborhoods. They like wide open spaces. So they're in parks. They're in people's front yards. They're
Really?
on empty lots. But they are also every burrow that Cape Coral Friends of Wildlife finds, we mark with a perch. And if it's on public property, we put PVC pipes at 10 feet intervals around the burrows, because that's the protection zone around the burrows required by law. So if you drive around Cape Coral and you see these white pipes around, you're like, what are these things? They are burrows.
Interesting.
What do people do if they find one in their yard? Should they rope it off?
Well, you can call Cape Coral Friends of Wildlife, and we'll come out and we'll put a perch up. You don't have to put the pipes around in your yard if you don't want, but we will report it to the city because the city keeps track of every burrow.
Okay.
So we'd like you. So just go to our website, call our phone number if you see a new burrow that isn't marked.
Is it an endangered?
It's considered threatened in the
Threatened.
state
Okay.
of Florida, which is not quite. It's one step above endangered.
So when somebody has an empty lot and the owls are in their lot and they want to build, do you have like a procedure to move the owls, or how does that work?
FWC
Okay.
has a procedure. You have to obtain a permit if you want to remove the owl burrow, and you have to follow their permits. We really would encourage you to try to build around it and keep the owls there. Or if you really need to build your home on a lot with an owl on it, you can build what we call a starter burrow nearby, so that owls like to stay around where their burrow is. So if they really have to get displaced and you can build them a burrow 10 feet away, they'll just
they
move
can
over
relocate
there.
over there.
Yes. Yep.
How far do they dig into the ground?
Something like 10 feet. It's not straight down. It's sort of at an angle.
Yeah. And are there tunnels down there or something? Or are they just going down in the dirt to live down there? Or-
Yeah. So it's about 10 feet. And
That's
so
it.
they have their nest in there. Lots of other animals will use that for shelter. Burrowing owls and gopher tortoises sometimes share burrows, or the gopher tortoises will abandon a burrow and the owls will move in. And many other
working
species live
together,
in there as
working
well.
together to try to
Well,
keep
with
the
the
coyotes
cost of
away.
rents, they have to, share
Oh, good one,
space.
good one, very
so.
good. So what do they
How do
eat?
you tell the difference between? Can I ask one
Yeah,
question?
go right ahead.
Between a burrowing owl and like we had an owl that was at our house that got hurt, and I took it to Blue Pearl, and I'm not sure what they decided it was, but how do you tell? I mean,
It looks like this.
I know,
Is
but
it
they
different?
all look
Okay,
like
so first of all-
that.
Are they different looking than a regular owl, or are they all that look the same?
Well, I mean, there's lots of different owls, and they all look a little
Johnny,
different.
you're looking at me. You're
But-
like I should know these things. I'm
So-
very naive when it comes to owls. Please help me out.
So one thing I have to say is if you found an injured owl in Cape Coral, knowing that there's 7,000 owls at least here, there's a good chance
That
it
it's
was
a
a burrowing
burrowing
owl.
owl.
Right. You also can tell them because they're the ones hanging around on the ground.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. So what do
No,
they
I don't
eat?
think this one.
well, they can eat anything from rats and mice
Oh,
to cockroaches and bugs.
really?
So yeah, so people
Enjoy your food, folks.
Wow.
Yeah, but this is a great thing. So if you have an owl nearby, it's going to take care of your mice and your rats for you.
Wow, that's
It's
interesting.
nature's pesticide.
Interesting. So what is the festival going to be about? Why do you have a burrowing owl festival? Tell us all about it.
Yeah, so it's an educational event primarily. It's a way for everybody to learn about the environment, the owls, and all the wildlife here in Florida. I mean, it's a festival and environmental exposition. So we have 40 different organizations coming in to talk about wildlife and conservation. Everybody from Audubon to the Water Keepers to Crow to Iguana Land. There's live animals, so you can see
Iguana Land.
iguanas. Adam's Animal Adventures will be there, and you can learn about their animals. They're a rescue. We have vendors. We've got there's lots of wildlife tours, so you can tour our butterfly house, which is right at Rotary Park. You can jump on a school bus and drive around and see the owls in the neighborhood. We've got silent auction.
Is it a fundraiser?
Oh, and absolutely. So it is a fundraiser for Cape Coral Friends of Wildlife. It's our biggest one of the year. We use most of the proceeds to purchase land in Cape Coral and preserve it for wildlife habitat.
Is there one piece of property in Cape Coral that has more owls than any other place, like that you can go see them?
Yeah, so usually if you want to find one place where you can find burrowing owls, go to the Pelican Baseball Complex, which
Huh.
is on Pelican. There must be 50 burrows there, and you can always
Wow.
find a few owls.
Now, go ahead.
That's where we hold Ground Owl Day, which is our little spin on Groundhog Day.
It was
We have
freezing
there.
this year.
Well,
It was
very
freezing
cold.
this year.
But we go there. Because you can always find an owl.
Now, you said you used the money to purchase land. How much land do you currently have?
Right. So in conjunction with Cape Coral Wildlife Trust, which is a partner organization with Cape Coral Friends of Wildlife, over 9 acres has been preserved in Cape Coral for wildlife habitat. Most of that land has either owls or gopher tortoises on it. And that corresponds to, 9 acres or 87 lots. And we buy those lots one at a time. So every time we get enough money to buy a lot, we go out there, buy a lot, and
How many-
usually, lots that have wildlife on them.
Will you buy a lot anywhere that's available, or are there specific areas that you stick
So,
to?
well, we do try to concentrate like our lots close together so that they
Okay.
can, there can have some synergy. But land is expensive, so we're not buying like waterfront lots down in the south on the river, right? We have to go where the lots are less expensive. So a lot of our land is like in the northwest.
What is your favorite breed of dog, Janet?
Dog?
Yeah.
Oh, a black lab.
Very nice. One of my favorites too. Yeah. And what is your favorite pet, like owl, turtle, all the
Wildlife animal.
wildlife animals that you're responsible for?
I'm a birder, so
Yeah.
I love the owls. We also, eagles are a species that we have right here in Cape Coral in the neighborhood, so they're another one of my favorites.
And it's the bird season just started too, right? The bird nesting season.
So for the owls,
No, the other birds. What are the other birds called? The other birds on the beaches. What are the birds on the beaches called?
Well,
there's lots of different kinds of
on the
birds.
beach.
Some kind of bird season
The
on the
least
beach.
terns.
No, it's a bird hatching season, whatever they call it on the beach. Janet, you left me hanging there. I thought
there's
for sure you'd know
there's
that.
a lot of birds on the beach.
I know you're an
as well.
owl person. So, anything else about the event that people should know? Is there a way? How many like volunteers do you have overall? Not just for the event, but that
Yeah,
help
well,
out?
we've got about 250 active volunteers that put in 12,000 hours of
Wow.
volunteer time last year. However, I really want to talk about this. We really need a few more volunteers to help at the Burrowing Owl Festival. Seriously, we need folks to help guide people in the parking lot, and we need people interested in being a face painter. So seriously, if you really have a few hours next Saturday, the February 28th, go to our website. Tell us that you want to volunteer. We really could use a few more folks.
And the hours for the festival, and what number of year is this for you?
This is our 24th annual.
Wow.
Yep.
When you weren't even alive
I
back
wasn't.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when it first started, how many owls do you think there were in Cape Coral back then? You think there were 7,000?
No, I mean, a couple of years ago when I first started, there was 2,400, and then
Oh,
there was
wow.
3,000.
How many eggs can
6,000.
an owl? How many eggs can an owl produce?
You'll see in one nest, you might see 4, 5, 6, 7 chicks.
And they all
sometimes.
survive, unlike the turtles?
Hopefully,
Yeah.
if it's a good year. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
What are their predators?
Hawks.
Yeah.
Rat poison. The two biggest causes of death in burrowing owls is car strikes and rat poison.
Car strikes, really?
Yeah.
I never would have guessed that. Yeah.
Wow.
Any other details about the organization, the owls, that you want to share?
I'm sure you take donations. So if somebody
Absolutely.
wanted to make a donation,
I'm sitting right over there at the bar.
Okay.
Also, you can go to our website and click donate and donate right on our website.
And that's Cape Coral Friends of the Wildlife.
So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Come out. It'll be a lot of
Big
fun.
hand for Janet from the Cape Coral Friends of the Wildlife. And the event is next Saturday. Where again is the event going to be held?
Rotary Park.
Rotary Park. Very nice. Lovely park here. One of many parks here in Cape Coral. All right, everybody. Our final guest of the day, and I apologize for standing up and making it awkward, is running for District 6, right? It's District 6, right? There's like 90 people running for District 6 this year in Cape Coral. And it's Liza King, everybody. I think she's the only one we have not had on from.
we have to clarify because.
Yes.
Okay.
He said it perfectly. You want me to stand with you?
No, that's all right. I'm gonna suck it up.
I don't want to stand, so
And
you can
sit
stand
down.
if you need to stand.
No.
Stand.
Yeah.
So the
Absolutely.
first question I want you to clear up is, do you live in the district?
Absolutely, I do. It's required that you live in the district that you run in.
Okay, and you moved recently into the district. Can you clarify that, explain that for people that might have been criticizing you about moving into the district?
Absolutely. We bought property in 2024 and built a home. And I have lived in District 6 for a few months, but a district does not define my commitment for Cape Coral. At some point or another, I've lived in every district.
Oh, you have?
In every quadrant of Cape Coral. I'm a lifelong resident.
Got you. And so explain to everybody why you decided to run.
Absolutely. So as I said, lifelong resident of Cape Coral, and I've served the Florida State Courts for the last 33 years.
Wow.
And so I want to bring that experience. I want to bring it back home. I've been driving over the bridge for the last 33 years. I want to bring that and apply my knowledge, skills, and abilities to help lead the future of the Cape.
Now, what did you do in the court system?
So, pretty interesting story. So I'll share it. The Monday after I graduated high school, I started working for the clerk's office.
Wow.
Part-time file clerk, and worked my way through the ranks. Went to school while I was working there, the whole nine, and currently serve as the Chief Deputy Court Administrator for the 20th Judicial Circuit.
So when Ray was on, Ray is here, and Ray is running against you. He mentioned something about looking up your paperwork that you filed to run, and that some of it was redacted. And I wanted to give you a chance to explain why that was.
Sure, absolutely. So a lot of my background with the courts has been in criminal courts, and as a result of my current position, even in administration, I qualify under Florida Statute 119, which is a public record exemption. And that's why my information is redacted.
Gotcha. And did you run for public office?
I did.
What was this
In
position?
22, I ran for Lee County Clerk of Court.
Against Kevin Carnes?
Kevin Carnes.
Okay. How did that Well, he obviously won, but what
He
was that
won.
race like?
It was such a great experience for me. I was able, that was county-wide, so just fostered a lot of relationships and brought out a lot of voters, that first-time voters.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was exciting for me. And while I didn't win, I mean, I did really well in that race.
What did you learn from that experience that you're bringing into this?
So I think the biggest thing that I learned was that, money talks, right? So campaigns cost money. So in order to get your message out, you have to raise money.
And how much have you raised? I mean, I know
I just filed not too long ago. So I have a little bit over 10,000, I believe, but I need to be at least 50,000.
What did you raise during the county run?
A little bit over 50,000, I believe.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, so besides the court work, you also do something. You also have a regular situation.
Well, no.
You you have real estate background.
Yes.
Okay.
So as part of my transition plan with the courts, I did become a licensed realtor a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's been a great experience, and just even furthered my knowledge of, the different issues in Cape Coral.
So what is your vision for the city? Why do you want to take this position? And this is Keith Long. Is it Keith Long?
Longs.
Okay, Keith
Yes.
Long's not running again. So what is your vision for that seat?
My vision for Cape Coral is to make it the smartest, strongest, and safest community possible.
Well, that's pretty wide.
Yes.
How are you going to do that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing is that we are in a really critical time. So being able to apply the experience that I have in public service with fiscal responsibility, appropriate planning, that's what it's going to take, is bringing the right leadership into this position.
So a lot of the candidates that we've had on have been very critical of the city manager. They say that he makes too much money. It's easy to say that when you're a candidate, you don't really know what's going on in that building. So what is your opinion on how the job the city manager is doing and the salary he's being paid?
Right. So here are my thoughts. I believe that the city manager's responsibility are broad. This is a large city, right? And I think that those responsibilities and that compensation should be tied to accountability, to performance measures, and to, transparency and results. So whether, I can say a specific amount, I think it'd be confusing to put a specific dollar amount on what he should be making. And, not to attack him personally. I would say that the position as a whole, it's important that the city manager position, especially in Cape Coral, with such a large city and a growing city, that be tied to, the performance and the accountability part.
So, but you're a candidate, you obviously have been following the meetings and watching what's going on. What is your opinion on the job that he's doing?
Well, I'll tell you, the current city manager, I don't know that we've had another city manager that has the knowledge and background of Cape Coral that he does. So, I think there's always room for improvement. So, of course, I have personal opinions, but my job as serving as your next city council member is to ensure that I'm listening to the citizens and that I am in touch with what the citizens feel. So, of course, I have my personal opinions, and I think that, like I said, he has a ton of experience and knowledge and a solid pulse of the city of Cape Coral. But I also need to make sure that that the concerns that the citizens have are being addressed.
I'm no one going to cut you off for two more questions, but so what grade would you give him?
What grade would I give him? Yeah, no, I probably wouldn't assign a grade. I would say that I think that he is quite competent, quite skilled. And again, my loyalty at the end of the day is to the citizens of Cape Coral and to make sure that their concerns are addressed.
So lastly on that, what are the citizens telling you about the job the city manager is doing? Because if you read social media, the world is falling apart.
Right, exactly. And I mean, and what you see on social media and what you hear on social media versus when you're out talking to citizens in the community is a bit different. And yes, there's some concerns. Obviously, there's concerns. There's concerns about, more transparency, and I have some ideas for that. And there's also concerns about affordability. So,
Do you want to expand on your fixes for transparency or improvements for transparency?
absolutely. This is what I say is that perception is reality, right? So if there's a perception that we are not being transparent enough, it's important to address those issues. I'll tell you, I'll give a shout out to Kevin Carnes, our clerk. He just published an excellent dashboard that shows, all of the expenditures, all of the taxes that are being collected, just the dashboard of all of the expenses overall. And I mean, I'm oversimplifying it. It's something that I think is worth looking at and could serve to be a model for other agencies.
So
No. Now you were talking about he was just talking about the city manager's pay. What do you think about the pay for council?
Yes.
And do you think it's a full-time job?
And this is the way I look at compensation. I think that compensation should be comparable to other jurisdictions of our size, right? And aligned with the responsibilities and competitive so that we attract the right people with the right skill set. That being said, when you are an elected official, you're not in it for the compensation. You're in it to serve the citizens of Cape Coral.
So the dollar amount is what?
The dollar amount is
That a council member should be paid in Cape Coral is what?
I think it should be competitive and comparable. But like I said, I'm prepared to step in with the current compensation.
Do you think it's competitive and appropriate currently?
I do not. It's
Okay.
most certainly not. In fact, there were studies that were done that clearly demonstrated that the compensation is not comparable nor competitive.
So you mentioned transparency. Just to go back to that for a minute, other than a dashboard, is this city being transparent enough to you?
I think this city is working hard. Here's my opinion. My opinion that everybody walks into their position with the desire to do the best job that they can possibly do. I don't think anybody walks in wanting to, do something malicious. With that being said, perception is reality. So regardless of what I have seen, I need to address the needs of the citizens and their concerns, whether it's accurate or not. Do I think, what was your question though specifically?
What more transparent things do you want to see, or is
right? I think there's more details that could be shared that to better explain, more than anything, the transparency of like the projects and the dollar amounts and how the money is being utilized.
So the projects being what?
Our current projects that we have at this time that, such as the yacht club project and those sort of things, anything that involves taxpayer dollars, it's important that we are, 100% transparent and understood by the citizens.
Okay.
What do you think about the yacht club amount?
The yacht
And
club
plan.
amount, again, I think it's confusing to put a specific amount. I am eager to see what the RFPs result in.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that we need to focus on the marine services, the core essential services there at the yacht club to start with.
What is the maximum amount you want to see spent on the yacht club?
Again, I think that is awful confusing to throw out an amount without even seeing the RFIs that have come back.
Do you think what's being proposed is what should go in there with all the buildings, with the part?
I think
there's
there
been a
is-
lot of back and forth about that.
Yeah, I think there's opportunity for efficiency there. And I think that we scale back and focus on the essential services to start with.
If you had to choose 2 or 3 things to keep and get rid of the other things in that park, what would they be? What would
I
you
think
keep?
we start with all the marine services, make sure that we get the seawall, the beach back opened up, the restaurant opened up, harbor master, and maybe stop there to start with.
Okay. So no parking garage, no big pool.
At this point, and again, I think it's too premature to speak to that. I'd like to see what the RFIs come back. But I mean, in everything that I've listened to and speaking with the citizens, what they want to see is they want to see it back open,
Yeah.
and they want core essential services.
What is your opinion on this current city council? If you were to give them a grade, what would it be? I know you're not going to answer, but I ask everybody.
Right.
that.
No, that's okay. And you should. You know, speaking of that, just to pivot just for a moment, I want to thank the both of you. I am so thankful that you guys have come to Cape Coral.
Oh, well,
I
thank you.
think that it was over due time. And I think you both have done an excellent job to bring just education about our businesses, about city politics. So I am grateful for that, and thank you for the questions. But no, I would not grade them.
All right. Okay. Do you think they're doing a good, fair, excellent? Can you?
I think they come in with the intention to do a good job and do the best to their individual abilities.
Gotcha.
Of the criticisms that you hear, what are you hearing out there that you think? Maybe they're all relevant, but are there some specific things that keep coming up that you think can be changed, or are there things coming up that are just some people are just going to be unhappy?
I think a little of both, but absolutely there's opportunity for improvement. I think there's a lot of concern about overspending and just infrastructure, proper planning, that it be aligned with the growth. So I think there's always an opportunity to look and say, how can we be more efficient in the details in the process?
One of the things we hear a lot about is the committee, citizen committees, and that some people want to bring them back. Do you think the city needs to bring back citizen committees?
I think there's a place for citizen committees. I hate to overgeneralize. I think if they're meeting the intended goal, then it's worth considering.
Okay, so is that a yes or a no?
I would say that I would like an opportunity, and what I intend to do is to get in there and look at all of the citizen committees, and then I can give you a better answer. But I wouldn't want to generally say yes to all or a blanket no to all.
If you had a chance to cut something from the current city budget, what would it be?
That's a tough one. What would it be to cut from the current city budget? I would be remiss to give you something specific without an opportunity to evaluate it further. Hey, we are a complex city. I mean, we're large. We're just the landmass alone is expansive. So to give you something, I can tell you that my approach to everything that I will do is to be fiscally responsible, to ensure that we make Cape Coral the smartest, strongest, and safest that we can.
Now the budget's always a big thing. How do you
Right.
feel equipped to wrap your arms around the complexities of that?
That's exactly why I am your best candidate for Cape Coral City Council District 6, is exactly because of the experience that I bring and that I can bring to this position. I've been working with 5 different counties, a county budget, a state budget, quite complex, and that's exactly the experience amongst many other things that will align well and will not require on-the-job training for me.
So what do you think about what should go on the golf course? The
golf course. So here's where we're at with that, and I'm sure that you both know, but the surveys have gone out to the citizens in the surrounding area. So I am quite curious what the consensus will be with that. And I think that is an excellent opportunity to say you are being heard. And if we can follow the consensus of what the citizens are looking for that space, and it aligns with being the smartest, strongest, and safest, I'm all in. What I have heard in my everyday discussions with citizens is more green space. Mm-hmm. So it'll be interesting as to where those surveys come back, and that's what I'm looking forward to, is just seeing what the consensus is there.
Are you done on that subject? Okay. You've
Yep.
mentioned about the safest. Do you think it's unsafe? Do you think what?
No.
You've brought that up a couple of times.
And here's why I've brought it up a couple times. I think that we have to keep that at the forefront. Public safety is near and dear to my heart. It's what I have always been aligned with keeping at the forefront, and that's why we are the safest, is because we've kept it at the top of the list. And so I would be remiss to not include that in where I stand and where my vision is. That's how my decisions will be made, is ensuring that we remain the safest, and that we take into account the resources that are needed for our first responders.
So you saw then that the police chief said he needed more employees for the department. You opinion on that?
Right. I think that we, in order to continue with the service that we have today and what we have come to expect for the city of Cape Coral with law enforcement and fire, I think that we have to support our first responders.
So what will you do if you're on the city council and the state says all the homesteaded properties, their property taxes go away?
Right. Again, we have to keep public safety first, and then after that, we have to listen to the citizens, right?
But what ideas do you have to make that money up?
Well, and I mean, I think we both saw the different ideas that were presented to the city council, but here's where it's going to fall is we're going to have to determine what level of services the citizens of Cape Coral want to see. So yes, I'm concerned about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're elected, will you guarantee the millage rate won't go up?
I can't guarantee that.
So there's a chance that you would vote for a higher millage
Well,
rate.
again, all of my decisions will be made with fiscal responsibility and efficiency in mind, but I can't promise. That's one thing that I will not do. I will not overpromise on, especially at this point in time and serving on the council for several years. There's so many variables that I can't commit to that today.
Was there one or two things that you saw happening that made you decide you wanted to run?
I think just the fact that the need for experience and leadership.
Okay. Any questions from the audience for our guest here today? Any questions at all? Go ahead, dear.
What do we hear a lot about the UEP and the cost for those folks to hook up. Any suggestions to help
Absolutely.
offset that?
I think we must continue to look for grants, for opportunities for financial subsidies from the state, federal level. But I also think that we have an opportunity to examine the process, to look at the bids that are going out and determine if there's an opportunity for efficiencies there as well in terms of, should we be putting it out additional bids? And that's what I intend to do is when elected. That's one of my top priorities.
When some people come to public comment and they say that this council doesn't listen to them, do you think this council listens to the public when you're out there talking to them? Do they?
Right.
I mean, most people, if we're being honest, most people don't pay a lick about politics until it's time. I mean, most people aren't watching council meetings in any municipality.
Right.
So.
Right. And I can't speak to are they listening? I think what needs to happen, because there is such a strong perception that the council is not listening, is that we need to take an opportunity to provide something tangible. And again, that golf course, I think, is a perfect example. The surveys have gone out. Let's see what the results are, what the consensus is, and let's try to support what the citizens are looking for.
Why do you think you're the better candidate than the other 3 or 30, whatever's running now? I can't lose track of them all.
I think there's a total of 4 of us now?
4 right now.
Yes. So why am I the best candidate? Again, lifelong resident of Cape Coral. I've grown up with this city. I understand the needs of this city and the experience that I bring, the leadership that I bring, the value system that I bring is what makes me the best candidate.
Pick one thing you want the city to do better, the council, the government.
I want to look for efficiencies.
Okay. Anything else here?
Are you currently working now? Will you continue to work or?
Okay, so a few things. I'm so glad you asked that because I think that's.
I was going to say that's kind of a personal question. I mean, I don't think you asked any of the other candidates if they're working. Why did you ask that? It's kind of weird.
I think we have talked about that before.
We did?
Yes.
That's okay.
We do, because we talk about the money and that only people who are retired but there are people who work and how difficult that is.
No, I intend to give the city of Cape Coral 100% my full attention. I've made some difficult decisions. I've put the real estate on the back burner, and I will be retiring from my position with the state of Florida.
Why is being a realtor a positive rather than a negative?
Oh my goodness. I can tell you so many reasons why it's been a positive. It makes you so much more well-rounded. You're dealing with families, and
Yeah.
the majority of what I've dealt with is first-time home buyers, and you understand the struggles, you hear the stories. So it's an opportunity to really understand real life scenarios of what's going on in our city.
Would you rather deal with people or dogs?
Both. I
Yeah.
have a mini golden doodle, which is very high maintenance.
Yeah. So go ahead.
What,
dear.
in your real estate career, what was like, did you ever have a really odd interaction with somebody that you went and met with to show a property?
Not that I can think of right off of the top of my head. I mean, for whatever reason,
That would freak me out.
I seem to attract young adults is who
Yeah.
I've helped the most, and that's been really exciting because it's always an opportunity to say, I don't know if I can do this, and we get them in a home and we get them in their first home, and it's pretty exciting.
What is the most commission you've ever made on a sale?
Oh my, talk about personal.
I mean, you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but I mean, you can.
Let's see. So here's a tip to realtors is if you work with some of these gated communities, and it just happened. I mean,
Yeah.
there was a family that was looking to move into a gated community, and I think that was the highest commission.
Why are you opposed to burrowing owls?
I am not opposed to burrowing owls.
Just
How
kidding.
dare you?
How you dare you put
Oh.
out that
And
misinformation?
is it Miss Judy?
Janet, is
And
she
she's
still
not
here?
even listening to us. Yeah.
So, do you have some events coming up? Did you do the kick?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell
So I
everybody.
have my kickoff event coming up next week on the 26th at Walk-Ons
Yes.
at 5:30, and my website is up and live. King4CapeCouncil6.com, and I am looking forward to everyone's support, contribution, and vote.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
we are working on a debate for I don't know when the right time is, because you have 4 candidates now. Who knows how many more might jump into that? So you want to try and do something like that with all the candidates for that office. So anything else you want people to know before we let you roll?
No, I'm looking forward to just continuing to listen to the needs of our citizens, and it's been great so far.
By the way, Walk On Sports, it's kind of like on the other side of town,
Yes,
right?
it is. It's in District 6.
It's actually not too far from City Hall. And that location is owned by the Lemmer family, which owns Nervous Nelly's on Fort Myers Beach. They also own the Mexican restaurant in what's the name of that
Bell
one?
Tower.
Bell Tower, the Mexican restaurant in Bell Tower. And by the way, I don't know if you all knew, there's a new owner here of Hooked Island Grill. I don't know if he's here.
Go?
Yeah, Daniel is
I
also.
think he took off. Yeah, I met him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he also owns Mr. Waves on Fort Myers Beach. So it's a small world that people are. The beach and Cape Coral are converging.
Yeah,
so.
that's right. That's
All right, big hand for Liza, everybody. Good
Thank
luck in the
you.
race. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
you coming on, and we look forward to having you on again. And we want to thank everybody for coming. I apologize for standing the whole time. And don't forget, a big weekend going on here. The car show is tomorrow at Mariner High School, and that car show is probably the biggest car show on the planet. I mean, that's huge. And then on Sunday is the chili cook-off, which is behind here in the parking lot. And then on Monday is our episode number 6 with the mayor. So please tune in Monday at 5 o'clock for episode number 6 with Mayor John Gunter. So thank you all for coming. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Friday here at Hooked Island. No, next Friday we'll be at the Cape Coral Animal Shelter. We'll be back here in 2 weeks. Thank you all for coming. Bye-bye.